What if the questions you ask yourself control your focus? What if your brain can't help from wanting to answer those questions and come up with solutions to those questions? What if each day is then created by the questions you keep asking yourself day in and day out? Well, it's day 12 of implementing your 2020 Transformational Vision goal.
And it's Scott and Julie Decker here.
Yeah. And it's the 5th day of our series on focus. So, honey, what is today's topic?
We are focusing on daily priority tasks. What are the most important things that you need to do on a daily basis? What consistent tasks are you needing to do? Turn those into a checklist.
Yes. That wonderful, wonderful checklist that we always keep and build along the way.
That was one thing I loved about you when we first started dating. When I saw that checklist that you had, I loved that.
That was kind of cute, I guess you might say.
It was exciting. Anyhow, I hadn't met anybody that had a checklist like I did until I met him.
Yeah, they're pretty elaborate.
But anyhow, we're going to keep it simple and make it happen. So for me, because I'm going to Vegas tomorrow. Yeah. Yes,
so,
we're trying to get him to bed so he can get up.
Yeah.
And go. Make a schedule in advance and have some time for myself. I tend to give my time to a whole bunch of other people and need to recharge with my time for myself and then continue to try new things.
And for me, mine is schedule focus time, schedule downtime, and schedule my day with what I actually can get done.
Because we overschedule a lot.
Yeah, and run ourselves ragged, which I feel like my eyes look like they are running ragged.
We're supposed to be in bed at 10:30, but it's all right. Progress, not perfection.
That goes out the window sometimes. Okay, so number 2 is stick to the damn plan. And number 3, not letting circumstances draw me out or draw me away from my focus. So, have you ever asked the question why things get derailed on a daily basis?
Mm-hmm.
What's up with that?
Happens
all the time. You just can't control that. It just plays out how it does. And so most of the time we have found that they get really derailed in your mind first. I mean, the day's going to play out how it does. The circumstances are going to do what they do. But how you respond to them is a whole different ballgame. And so part of this whole process is a big part mindset and what you focus on and trying to get you to move toward that dream and get it off the ground. And so it's a big part of mindset. And so we found it's mindset that gets in the way of those dreams and derails it and how you respond to that day. So and it comes down to, like we said a little bit ago, the questions you ask yourself on an ongoing basis actually cause you, it's actually what you end up focusing on. And so you focus on those questions, and then your brain focuses on the answers. And so you'll say things to yourself like why can't I get anything done ever? Why can't I get anything accomplished? And your brain will step in and say, 'cause you suck. And then you'll say something like, why doesn't anything ever work out for me? And we've all said that before. Like, you get into an emotional feeling in a situation where things aren't working out the way you think they should go, and you just can't help but stack everything against yourself and say, why isn't everything working out for me? And your brain will step in and say, 'cause you don't deserve it, or you're no good. And same thing. You'll say something like, why do I always make wrong decisions? Why do I always take the wrong turn? Why can't it just work for me? And your brain will step in and say, 'cause you're stupid. And guess what'll happen then?
It'll believe it.
Yeah, you'll begin to believe what you keep telling it. You'll begin to focus on what you believe, and you'll begin to follow it. And as we've said many times we've said in the past, you are your own worst enemy. You are the greatest weapon ever formed. And it's not like a nuclear bomb, but inside your own world, you create a nuclear bomb, and it goes off, and then all hell breaks loose. And then you can't help but regurgitate all that stuff, and you get stuck in this mindset of then answering those questions of what's wrong with you, why you don't add up, why nothing works for you, and it just goes on and on until you finally get far enough away from it. So the whole point is that it'll derail you completely from today's focus. That's not the only focus, but it'll derail you from getting those daily priority tasks off the ground and getting them done. And when you don't do that on a daily basis, consistently, week in, week out, month in, month out, over the course of a year, then your dreams never get off the ground. They stay on that back burner and you never can get to them.
Yeah, so your questions are the framework that build your day. You may be aware of your questions, may ask them out loud, or you may just have those questions going around and around in your head subconsciously. And today we're challenging you to analyze, what questions are you asking yourself? What are you thinking about? What's going on? Are they empowering or are they disempowering? And is it in alignment with what you want to have happen in 2020, your transformational vision? Because those questions and answers are building your future. And we want you to have the future that you desire. Yeah.
And that you dream of and that you hope that plays out. And so it's really important to implement some of these things that we are sharing. We're not sharing anything new under the sun.
Nope.
We're just helping to remind you and give you a nudge and a push every day to kind of be in your
face.
Yeah. in your corner, to root you on and encourage you and keep helping you to keep that in the forefront of your mind so that you can easily reach out and grab it and move toward it. And so nothing new to it, but difficult to walk out at times. And so
we've been there.
Yeah, we've all been there, and it goes in cycles, and it has to do with where you are at in the journey of your life. And so today's talk really comes down to the quality of your life is based on the quality of the questions that you continue to run through your mind. And you don't naturally think that way. You don't just decide to ask a question. It comes in kind of an indirect way at times, and sometimes directly. And you just have to come out of the situation, come out of the circumstances, come out of the emotion of it, and like you said, think about why you're thinking like you're thinking.
Analyze it.
What does it mean? Where's that coming from? And am I happy with living my life that way and responding that way? And get to that place of working through your brain. What are you doing to expand your abundance each day versus,
stay in status quo.
Yeah, status quo or just getting by or letting another day go by. And sometimes it's tough because it takes energy, but that's why we're helping you to come alive in who you are and unleash that inner abundance to help figure out what is your element. Because without that, you don't have that natural inspired energy that just starts to well up out of you naturally.
Drives,
Yeah, it drives you. And so you end up doing replacements like getting a donut and getting a cup of coffee and
Monster
energy drink.
That was his weakness.
Yeah, I like those. They're pretty good. I always got the ones with juice in it. 30% juice. Doesn't make it any better, but it seemed like it's better. So, but what I was doing is changing my state of mind because I was bored. I was bored with what I was doing, and so instead of going and getting in alignment with what really makes me come alive and releasing that energy, the energy doesn't come from all those other things. It comes really from your inspiration.
You create your own energy.
That's right.
Excitement.
And it just happens naturally. It puts a skip in your step, and you get excited about going towards something that is a greater purpose than yourself. You don't have to give up your life to go do a greater purpose for yourself. greater purpose than yourself. You just have to figure out what makes you come alive, and then you'll step outside of yourself and start going toward those things that really inspire you and transform you, and you won't be able to escape it. So poor questions always cause you to get derailed and end up in the weeds and end up in the ditch, just like you were saying, I think it was yesterday. But on the flip side, quality questions will cause you to come alive and unleash that inner abundance, and it'll cause you to naturally take action. It'll cause you to naturally accomplish your daily priority task list. And that's what we're trying to drive home today is take those daily priority tasks and then figure out what they are and put them into a checklist and have that as a go-to that you need to get these things done today because you're determined to get toward that 2020 vision. You're determined to get to that compelling future that you want to experience. You're determined to get to that place of who you want to be and how you want it to look. And so that's a way to help you have a guide for yourself to get that off the ground, whatever it is that you need to do that day. If you're trying to exercise and you're trying to lose weight, a good checklist would be something like, well, I need to do these 3 different types of workouts this week. I need to work on my biceps and my back one day, and then take a day off, and then I need to work on my chest and my tries, and then take a day off and work on my legs and my shoulders. That's usually a good workout. And but that's a checklist, and if you don't follow it, if you don't form the habit, and habits take 21 days, and it really takes 30, 60, 90 to really set it in to where you have that natural energy to continue to go toward the thing you're going toward. So it'll cause you to get those priorities off the ground. And then another checklist can be along the lines with your health of your nutrition. I need to eat high quality fats. I need to eat high quality proteins. I need to have fruits, a variety of fruits and vegetables in my diet. And so without that checklist, you can kind of not be accountable, and you'll kind of get off, and you'll say, I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes, and you'll say, well, I'll start tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes. So tomorrow never comes in that situation. It's always tomorrow, I'll get to it. And then tomorrow comes and it happens again. So
we're already in the middle of January.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. It's
already the 15th of January.
Yeah.
I mean, wasn't it just Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
It always burns by from Thanksgiving all the way through to the start of the year. And so we're already, well into the year. So we're well into your 2020 transformational vision and getting that off the ground. So we'll leave you with one question. What's it worth to leave your passion, your dreams, your inspiration laying on the table and not go anywhere? What's that worth to you? If you begin to ask quality questions and head toward them and keep your focus on those, keep your focus on the prize, your eye on the prize, you'll have good answers, and your brain will come up with good solutions, and you'll have natural energy well up from inside you that causes a skip in your step and causes you to want to rock it. And the more you chip away at that, the more you see your own progress, the more you accomplish stuff, and you start seeing it.
We're going to lose our internet's going to go off soon. Sorry, guys. We have our internet shut off at 11 o'clock, so we're supposed to be in bed. But anyhow, live with passion, and we will catch you tomorrow.
That's right. Have a good night.